Sometimes a relationship feels powerful, intense, almost impossible to leave, even when it hurts, even when it drains you, even when you know something is wrong. And that confusion has a name, a trauma bond. Patrick Carnes described trauma bonds as emotional attachments formed through cycles of pain and relief. Not constant love, but alternating experiences, warmth, then distance, connection, then rejection, affection, then confusion. This unpredictability does something powerful to the nervous system, because humans are wired to search for resolution. When affection disappears, the mind becomes focused. When affection returns, the relief feels intense, and the brain begins to associate that relief with love. Bessel van der Kolk explains in The Body Keeps the Score that the body remembers emotional patterns even when the mind tries to understand them logically. So the relationship begins to feel addictive, not because it is healthy, because the nervous system becomes trapped in a cycle. Pain creates tension, reconnection releases it, and that release can feel like deep love. But love does not require emotional withdrawal to feel meaningful. Love does not require anxiety to feel valuable. John Bowlby showed that attachment patterns form around safety. A trauma bond creates the opposite. Safety and threat mix together, which makes leaving incredibly difficult. Because the person causing pain is also the person relieving it. Esther Perel often points out that intensity can be mistaken for intimacy, and trauma bonds are built on that confusion. What feels like deep emotional connection may actually be the nervous system seeking relief from distress. Breaking a trauma bond rarely happens through logic alone, because the attachment is emotional and physiological. Healing begins when the pattern becomes visible, when the highs and lows are no longer romanticized, when relief is no longer confused with love. Because love should feel steady, not like surviving a storm every time it appears. Trauma bonds do not survive on love. They survive on cycles of pain and relief. And freedom begins when intensity is no longer mistaken for connection. If this resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is a small step for you, but a giant leap for Brain Root X.